All right, so some children are already back at school and some will be going back next week. So what can the family and the teachers do to ensure their children stay healthy at school? Consultant pediatrician Dr. Carolyn Thomas Boyd is here to share some advice. Morning, Doc.
Good morning.
More advice apart from those the regular vaccination and stuff, but that not look after everybody in the whole world.
Well, vaccinations are important. Unfortunately, today, some people are refusing more and more of them. But the reason why these vaccines were put in place is to prevent certain diseases. And so people might say, oh, we don't need the vaccines now because the diseases are not around. But the diseases are not around simply because we vaccinate.
Yeah.
So that's the number one priority. The next thing is looking at...
Sorry to jump in. Some for religious reasons also, some people might not
religious reasons, personal reasons, reasons of fear of that the disease might make the child sick. Or the popular one is autism. People fearing that the child will be autistic because of all of these.
This is the same kind of vaccination that we would have got as...
Yes, so my plug is usually to say that, well, all of us would be autistic if that was the case.
Yeah.
So I encourage as much as possible my parents to vaccinate their children, and so that we can at least eliminate some illnesses.
Okay, that was the first one. I jumped in, I'm sorry.
And nutrition now, a balanced diet. You will have the picky eater, and so, I would say, well, there's always multivitamin supplements. I mean, I'm a mother of two, and I remember one term my daughter just had mint tea only in the mornings. And I said, but sometimes we get up so early that, to get everything in motion, we don't actually end up giving a good meal.
Good meal.
And my children did survive.
How important is that first meal for the child in the morning?
Well, I always say a hungry child cannot learn. So sometimes it might be too early when you're leaving, but carry something maybe on the way or by the time or in the parking lot before school starts. A milky drink, some hot tea. I grew up from the era of hot tea.
Yeah.
But I mean, juices are natural juices, of course.
Yeah.
I know the big campaign about eliminating sugary drinks, but fruit is also very good. Just something to provide the brain with some glucose so the child can learn. Yes. So, and then there's also healthy snacks in between eating. And usually the school has a schedule that, will accommodate that. Yes.
The one thing that has remained constant is deworming. From where a little picnic, today is the day, everybody going to stay at home. And that's what's going to happen.
Yes, I was a victim of that too.
Yes.
My mother, she's wonderful, but this washout
What's
after the worm medicine.
What's up, man?
Well,
it's not as bad nowadays.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, a lot of my parents grew up in the country on a farm with animals and so on. So I think they were more prone to worm infestation than the children of today.
Okay.
But the kids of today do get worms. So
you get worms?
Well, it's usually in the smaller child walking barefooted outside in soil that is contaminated with worms. Either you have dogs in the yard or other animals. But then we eat a lot of fast food. We don't know who prepared the food, and so it can go in by the other route as well.
So you get a physical worm in your body?
Yes, you can actually pass a physical worm out, yes. I've seen it. Seen them. Seen several.
Are you serious?
Yes. One day when I was at Bustamante Casualty, a grandma bought a bottle of Doc, my grandchild, and it was really, really quite eye-opening.
So that worm is a different
You
kind
have
of
round
worm,
worms, you have pin worms, you have thread worms.
Ringworm.
Hookworm, yes.
So it's something that...
And the whole family should be dewormed.
No, I don't even like calling it something. When it's something I used to drink.
You too, Neville. You too should get worm medicine.
Wait, a castor oil, wait, the bad taste in something.
You have castor oil.
All
the
the
time you
used to have Brooklax.
Yeah, but it have to be them bad taste in something to deworm people.
No, but that was, Brooklax and those things were, well...
When you was a
part
child.
of the purgative, the thing that kind of wash you out.
Yeah.
The worm medicine of today doesn't make you sick at all. You don't feel anything.
Oh.
You don't.
Well, just enter the bathroom.
You can take a pill too?
Yes. It comes in pill form for adults and liquid form for children.
Big people can get worm?
Yes.
Well, you come frighten me this
Which comes to the next thing of proper hand washing. Proper hand washing
Very
before
important.
you eat, after you eat, before you use the bathroom, after you use the bathroom, because dirty hands carry germs. And so the children, as small as they are, you have to teach them
to wash their hands.
Why I need to wash it before I use the bathroom?
Well, just in case your hands are dirty, you have to wipe, don't you?
Oh. No, I'm just asking the
Unless
question.
a male person, you have to hold something.
No,
And
no, why
yes.
you're chasing me after? I just asked
We
a
just
question.
asked you, as a male person, you're going to hold something. So you want to make sure
I don't
your
mess up,
hands
do
are
you?
clean.
Yes, yes. So, you know,
Okay.
it's for your old person.
So it's washing before and
And
after.
after, yes. And before you eat and after you eat.
No, I understand that. I didn't understand why you're
And,
going
it's,
to,
and,
why you're
and
going
at
to the
school,
bathroom and
most
have
of
to
the
wash
things
their
that
hands
happen,
first.
when you hear them talk about gastroenteritis,
Yeah,
and
it's
other
from
things,
things
it's from
like that.
the hand washing.
Yes, and smaller children play with toys. They are very oral, so they cough. It might cough. They touch. Then the toy goes in the mouth, and then the germs go in.
But phew, when you have a school of 100, 200 youngsters,
Yes.
you know, just must pick up something.
That is
Somebody
why you have
must
to be as
something.
vigilant as possible, really, from the smallest children to the. That's why you'll find as a child gets older, they get less sick because they learn, and their immune system toughens up. So even I think a simple thing like coughing, they should cough into the elbow. Don't cough into your hands because the hands touch things, and then people touch those other things.
And when
then-
they sneeze, them sugar so.
yes, and then the nose not gone all the way to the ears. Yes.
Oh, that man, people
And
have
then them
breakfast
say,
and
"Lend me
all
a
that.
I had,
pencil."
you know, when your child have a runny nose, come, mommy, and nose not is right
No,
here.
man,
Yes.
not none of them
You have to
nose
love
knot.
them. You have to love them just the same. You have to love. So you have to
Doctor,
teach your
nothing
kids.
don't name nose knot.
What
Only
is
get
it?
nose knot.
What you
Knot
call?
is a zero. Nose zero.
Nose plenty.
That's what your mother used to call it, though.
If she call it.
And booger.
This one is, yes.
Are you, in a very serious way, are you getting or are you hearing that more of the children are getting sick more these days than, say, 10 years ago?
I think we're doing better. We're
Right.
doing better, and parents are more involved on a wider scale. And I would like to encourage our parents. You know, the whole point of this parenting, the children are not yours. They're just God has given them to you for you to support them, encourage them. Do not stress them. Children get stressed.
Well,
as
before we
Oh.
reach stress,
Oh,
we
sorry.
have sleep, rest, exercise.
Well, yes. Well,
Because first time as it reached 7 o'clock, you know, you have to do your homework and go to your bed.
yes.
Now I see some children and when
The
they tell me some of the
gadgets and
things
the
that them watching.
TV and the telephone.
So what are you doing up at 10
Yes,
o'clock? Shouldn't
yes.
you be in your bed?
Yes.
So I don't think they're some of
I
them are
would
getting
encourage you
enough
to say
sleep.
at 8 o'clock and everything shut down. Even if I'm not watching, I don't get to watch TV either. Shut down, you need to go to your bed.
But them not young. Them need no whole heap of sleep. They're not young people.
No. The younger you are, the more sleep you need. And a tired child cannot learn. Or will not learn, or will not focus, or will not. It's really sad to see a child going to school who didn't sleep well, then they can't.
Let's talk about exercise because the tendency is to say, see the gadget here, go sit down in the corner and keep yourself quiet. When children really should
yes,
be burning.
Yes,
burning
there
it.
should really be. Exercise is important. Being outdoors is important. Physical activity. I find I was in high school. A lot of time because the work pressure increases after third form, PE is eliminated.
Yeah.
But
little son.
there's a lot of extracurricular activities as well. So that also
Doc,
helps.
when you say managing stress, manage who for stress? They look people them have stress?
Yes.
Where does stress
Yes.
come from?
Well, sometimes I find parents, you know, they didn't get to be a football player, so the child can walk, better learn to kick that ball. And then you try to live vicariously through your child, which
So you're
should not
stressing out
happen.
the child?
Parents do. Parents do. You better go to that swimming. You don't want to go to tennis today. Look here, I paid for those tennis lessons. You better go. Well, you know, I wanted to play the piano. I buy a piano for you. You better learn that piano.
And you're going to sing, you better can't sing.
Yeah,
Doc, so
yes.
like you used to do them things.
No. No. I try to, as much as I sing and I play the piano, both my children did piano lessons. But my daughter ditched it for dancing and my son did basketball. And
That was that. And some of them get stressed out by teachers too. The
This-
last thing.
I
is
can
very
understand
important,
this
because
one,
I
yeah.
saw a little child.
No.
And when I took her bag, I said, no, sir, this is not right.
Oh, yes, that's another thing. The backpacks.
Terrible.
Some of them are so heavy. It affects the posture.
Yes.
It's not good for your back muscles and so on. So as a parent, listen to your child, encourage your child, be there for your child. And
But what is in the bag is supposed to be in the bag, no?
no, well, you see, what happened is you have to check. I used to check what is on for school that day. And then as they get older, there are lockers. You don't have to carry
So you
everything
don't carry
all the time.
all of the school books
Yes,
every
It's
single
too
day.
much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
And then there's these pull-along backpacks now. on, you don't have to carry it on your back.
back.
And then, unfortunately, apparently them walk up and down with the bag all day
Yes.
because them can't
Oh,
leave it
that's
certain
another-
place
that's the next
because
thing.
which is just madness.
yes,
so lunchtime them have the bag
yes.
and them have got the bathroom,
Yes,
them have to walk
yes.
with the bag.
It's too much.
which
Yeah.
don't
It's
make
too
any
much.
sense.
The
Yeah.
bags are too heavy.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
They need to revisit some of these book lists. It's too much.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you don't use all the books every day.
Thank you.
Yes, it was a pleasure being here.
Good to see you.
Please
Dr.
beg your
Caroline-
warm medicine to give them.
Yeah, Dr. Caroline Thomas Boyd, a consultant pediatrician. It's 10 minutes to your health. We'll do it again next Thursday. But taking us to the break, here are Christopher, Daniel, Chantel, Delia, and Shaunagay.
Dahlia.
Las Voces Melodiosas with Redemption Song.